Hi, welcome. It's time to um, address you, the people of the USA, about today's special day. It is September 11th, and we all remember what happened back in 2001. Yeah, 2001. On this day, on 9/11, not only the US people, but also people around the world. At the time, I was living in Switzerland and I was ironing my husband's shirts. I was pregnant with my daughter, and I got a phone call from my husband who said, you know, turn on the news, and I did. And there was a plane that had flown into one of the World Trade Center buildings. And that's how the day started for me. I mean, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or roughly around that time, when I turned on the news and found out what happened. I said to myself, well, that can be. There was once a plane that flew into the Empire State Building, so maybe something happened there. But then, shortly after having that thought and continuing to iron my shirts and watching now the news, the second plane went into the other building. And that's when I was like, wow, this is not an accident. And yeah, luckily, a lot of people were able to get out of the buildings before they collapsed. But sadly, a lot of our bravest and our best were in there trying to make sure the buildings were empty when they did collapse. And those were the emergency workers. And so I think we should call this day Emergency Workers Day and have it a day off, possibly mandatory, that everybody just take the day off to remember, but also to live the life of the people who don't get to live their life anymore because they were helping on that day, or because they were helping on another day and their life was taken. Emergency workers don't get enough gratitude. It's an important contribution to our society, and they put their lives on the line almost on a daily basis for you and me. And it's tough. It's a hard job. I want to first, I guess, thank all the emergency workers who are watching this. Thank you. Thank you every day for what you do for us, for keeping us safe and sound, for stepping in when it's dangerous, for doing what needs to be done. You are amazing, and we cannot thank you enough. I would also like to think it might be a good time to talk about adding tow truck drivers to the emergency workers personnel. They also put themselves into dangerous situations to get our vehicles back, or they sometimes are maybe the first ones on the scene and have to deal with things. So I think we really need to consider adding tow truck drivers. I know also a lot of them, when they're out trying to get stranded drivers out of snowbanks and other things, they lose their lives too, simply doing their job, helping the public. So I think, we need to add them to the list of emergency workers so they can get whatever benefits comes with that title. And this should be Emergency Worker Day. So, yeah, September 11th was a day of disbelief, of shock and terror. And sadly, days like that are still happening. Not only once in a while, but even on a daily basis, like what we see in Gaza and some other areas that are having wars right now. My heart goes out to all of you who are in these terror zones. It is not what humanity is about. And we can do a lot better. So I would like to take this moment and have a moment of silence so that we can reflect on what today is and what it could mean and how we can go forward and move away from all this violence. So let's have a moment. Okay. Again, all the emergency workers and the tow truck drivers, I would like to thank you for what you do for us every day. I don't think it's appreciated enough. And we can do more to do that too. So I don't know what else to say. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to do a concert in a little while that I'll be releasing to the world. I also already released this song that I produced to address again the violence and the warring around the world. So I already released that. That's called In Peace Together. You can have a listen to that too. And yeah, I wish us all a peaceful day. I guess that's probably the best thing I can say at this point. Yeah. Okay. Be well. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.